We're already live. We got 9 people watching. Man, it's always impresses me how quick we get people on here. 5 seconds in, got 9 people watching. Muskie Man, how you doing, bud? Mike's on here. Way to go, Kennels. We're having a good evening. Hope you guys are too. Apologize if every now and then this camera shakes. We sitting on a table right here, and every time I move, basically, I move the camera. So we're gonna get better set up on this one day, I promise. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well with this whole virus thing. I try not to dwell on it and post on it too much, but I do know that there's some serious issues going on out there, and I hope everybody that's out here, part of the Nightlife Nation, is doing and doing well. Mike's getting ready to go out and go hunting for a little bit. CJ Witt, what's going on, man? So we got several things we're going to talk about this evening. One, I'm going to introduce y'all to a new addition to our kennel here in just a little while. I've also got a few products I want to show you that we're starting to carry now that I'm pretty impressed with at a great value for you guys that might be looking for some new coon squallers. And also I'm going to talk about a video series that we have. Back again. Sorry guys. Internet froze up there. Let's see here. Catch up on some comments. Aaron Carmichael said, I just started coon hunting, got my first dog, and your videos have helped me. Appreciate it, bud. Kentucky Cooner says he's getting ready to go out and tree some with Justin Ratliff. Yeah, Justin just messaged me a minute ago. So y'all good luck. Tree for you for me, if you don't mind. So, social distancing, he says. I tell you, not a whole lot has changed for me around here. We're still working like normal. Don't really good around here. Muskie Man, I'm not sure when I'll have those collars in stock. From what I'm hearing from Mooks, she's real limited on those. She's my supplier for those. My internet keeps kicking me off here, and if I get kicked off again, just hold tight. It gives me the option to resume, and I'll get right back on here. So if I lose you guys again, if it becomes a major problem, we'll try to do something different. But let's go back and check out the comments. Curtis Shelton, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Jacob West, how you doing? Jessica Knight, hey, I'll be back on later making dinner. Bryce, what's going on, man? Stevie May. Jordan Green, heading tree one tonight, again in South Mississippi. Matt Johnson, there he is. What's going on, man? We got all the Nightlife boys on here. We got Bryce, Curtis, Matthew. Justin, what's going on, man? Yeah, all the gangs here. Woodrow Smith, how you doing, buddy? We got 30 people watching right now, so I'll go ahead and introduce to you guys what we were doing this video for. Kate, you want to bring him in here? So, a couple weeks ago, me and Kate, we decided we actually been looking to get a pet for a long time. So, I want to introduce to you guys this right here. This right here is old Luke Henry. Big Luke. As you guys can tell from these big ears. He ain't a tree walker. He's not a beagle. He's our basset hound. So, he's going to be Miss Kate's pet dog from now on, ain't he? Mm-hmm. So where'd we get him from? What was the breeder?
Rucker Hounds.
Rucker Hounds are out of Georgia, correct?
I think so.
Yeah. So we've had him for about 2 weeks now, and we was gonna do a full blown video about him, but just have third time dropping it, but we're back.
That's funny.
I tell you, he is spoiled rotten, that's for sure. Kate's got him spoiled, and the dog gets up about 5:30 every morning, needing to go use the bathroom, so we're not getting a whole lot of sleep right now. It's rough to get out in the woods and hunt till 1 o'clock and then come in and have to get up at 5:30. But
oh, look at his face.
Look at that face.
Look at that face. Brown puppy.
Never had a basset hound before, but we wanted to try it. Me and Kate, of course, love hounds. You guys know that. So we was looking to get a pet. What better way to get a good inside dog than a basset? So we done a little research on them, and we think we like the breeds from what we can tell. They can be a little stubborn from what we're hearing and what he's showing us. but they mellow out pretty quick. They're not super hyper like some small terrier type dogs. So yeah, it's turning out pretty good. We can get him housebroke. That's what are you doing, Luke? Well, I'm gonna catch up on a few comments here. Wait, Luke, you're gonna knock over my drink.
After crazy hours?
He's hey people. He's not very photogenic, is he?
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Look. Look. See? He's very photogenic.
When he wants sympathy, he goes to Kate. Oh, young Hunter was. Mike says he's got pups due May 19th. That's awesome, man. Stevie wants to know if I know anything about Trapman or Wipeout Bread. Not a whole lot. I've heard a few things. Kid enough to say much about it. So, Steve Fielder, what's going on, man? Yeah, Steve sent Kate a Houndsman XP shirt, so we appreciate that. We got a couple decals too. So, yeah, she does. That was a coincidence, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. She does. She wears that thing all the time, Steve. Oh, let's see here. Anthony, hello from Las Vegas. That's a long way away, but I appreciate you being on here, man. Mike, how much is in pups? What's going on, buddy? Mike says he likes Trapman dogs if they're hunted right. Mike says he only wants $300 for a dog. That's pretty. A lot of pups are going for $500 and up. So, and I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. He's got a really good voice to him, and videos that Mike puts up over in Missouri looks like he does pretty good too. So, probably be a good cross. Cody Tyler says great looking pup. Congrats on the add to the family. Yeah. So we figured we would dabble at the puppy thing and see how that goes before the kid thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's just barely peeking.
Corinth. That's Mississippi, right? Or yeah.
I think so.
Mississippi, Missouri,
Mississippi.
Mississippi. That's right.
I think Missouri is MO.
Trickle Creek Kennel and Hunting Supply. We're doing good, buddy. I keep seeing you posting a lot of stuff on social media. Seeing like your business is doing good, so that's always good to hear. Oh, Daryl Denton, what's up? Love your puppy. Thanks, bud. Paint Licks Screaming Kennel. I like that name. That's cool, man. We're Yellow Kennels. You still feeding value pack? Well, yeah, yes and no. Actually, what we're just feeding right now is called Tops. Give you a little history. Maybe it's hard to follow. Specialty Feeds Company owns Value Pack, and they make the food that goes in the Value Pack bags. Well, they had the opportunity to buy Tops brand, and they're putting Value Pack dog food in the Tops bag. Basically, the reason why they do that, sometimes you'll have two different dog food distributors so close to each other they both can't have Tops. So this one will carry Tops, and this one will carry Value Pack, or vice versa. So basically, it's got a way of Specialty Feeds getting their product out to more places. So I'm feeding Tops because the guy that here local to me, that's what he carries. But it's the exact same feed as a Value Pack, and yeah, I'm still very happy with it. I've got a bag laying over here. Yeah, I'm keeping it because I ain't got my shed on my property yet. But yeah, we're still feeding it, and we still love it, and I still recommend it. So. Brian Hall, hello, brother. Hope y'all are doing well. We are. Mike says he loves the face on him.
Oh my gosh, yes. His little face is so cute.
Well, we hear he's going to get up to about 40 or 50 pounds, right?
Look. His little legs are so jiggly.
He's got all these wrinkles on his feet.
Let's show the wrinkles. The wrinkles are important.
Look at all these wrinkles.
All the wrinkles.
I had to hold his ear out of the way.
The wrinkles. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Sort of? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. He's hello.
Tell you one thing, he gets a little carried away when he's fighting with me. I've got a couple of little scrapes on me from him. No, she don't. Millsap Blue Tip, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Chris Bunker, how you doing? Steve May says, I'm going to buy a pup out of a Trapman female and a Wipeout bred male. I've heard a lot of good about them, so, man, I hope it works out for you. You deserve it. You've definitely been looking for a dog for a while, I know that. Rocking M Hound says he's got a pretty head on him. Sean, anyone know anything about the Looper bred dogs? They're good dogs. That goes back to my old jug stuff. old blood, good blood. Trickle Creek says, yeah, thanks good. So far, the corona has crashed things a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's slowed down, but we're still selling stuff. I actually took a few things, and once we got the stock, so I didn't order anymore because I was afraid we'd get stuff in and not sell. So we're just kind of riding out the coronavirus deal. I've got a few things in. I got those a little while, but yeah, the virus has got everything slowed down. Kate's still working.
Yep.
Kate's got a job. She is a vet tech, correct? At a local veterinary hospital or hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she gets to play with dogs and cats and everything else all the time. Cool part is she gets to take Luke with her to work almost once a week.
Yep.
So he plays with the vet's dogs and terrorizes the patients. So he has a lot of fun. Now, yep. We're planning on going out tomorrow night, full moon, which I'm not the craziest about, but we're going to get out and give it a try. It's supposed to be good weather, so. Anthony says we have a 12-year-old Basset tribe color, I guess it means tricolor, and a 4-year-old Walker, and the Basset is the boss, both girls. They gotta act big and tough because they're so small. Ronnie Hill, what's going on, man? Brian Hall, what's that pup out of? I don't know what the Basset bloodline is. I do know his mom is European Basset, and his dad.
Well, they have the papers. Do you want to see them?
Do they save the bloodline on them?
Yeah, they do.
Cool. We'll get the papers. I didn't even know we had papers. But anyway, I know his mom is, I think, European Basset, and his dad is American Basset. The American Basset, from what I understand, is smaller, about around 40 pounds. The European Basset can top out around 60. So we're hoping 40 to 50 is where we're going to land with him, but not sure. So, Sean Champion, what's going on, man? Hayes Leonard, I'm sorry, I butchered that. Y'all have any JC calls? Yes, I do. I actually just got them in. I haven't even unboxed them yet. I've got 4 or 5 JC calls. So I'll tell you what, if you'll follow me on Facebook, I'll post those up probably in the morning. So this is Luke Henry's papers. So anybody might know anything about Basset Hounds?
Tell us.
Yeah, tell us.
Is this good or?
Are these the most awful Basset Hound bloodlines you could possibly get? We don't know.
But it's cute.
Yeah,
And
he's
we
cute.
got what exactly we wanted. Or I wanted.
We'd saved up for him for a couple months, and we finally found the breeder who had one coming, and we were third pick of the litter, and he was the only. We wanted a tricolor. I wanted tricolor. She wanted male. So, and he was the only tricolor male of the whole litter. And we figured that being so, us being third pick, we wouldn't even get him. But just so happened, I think the first person picked a female. The second person backed out, put us up to second pick, and we picked him.
He likes hats and beards.
Yeah, he likes to chew beards and stuff.
Yeah, it's a poop.
Blueberry Dingo says, we started feeding our dogs value pack. It's been great. It's been keeping weight on my brother's walkers. Yeah, being the fact I haven't hunted mine much at all in the last month, mine are getting fat, very fat. Nick's as big as I've ever seen her, and Hyde is, he's pretty good size too. Steve, I'm not sure when we get hats, man. I haven't ordered any. With everything going on, I didn't want to spend any money on anything, as far as hats or shirts or any of that stuff, just because, for one, I don't want to get stuck with anything, and two, I kind of don't feel right getting people to spend money on anything this time right now. I think everybody needs to kind of be saving the money, putting it back. I know there's a lot of things we had intended on buying for the house and stuff we're holding out on. So, but we'll get some in after this whole thing's over with. Brian says, oh, I thought that was a Walker pup.
He looks just like JJ when he's a puppy.
Mike says, I'm getting ready to hit the woods. Y'all take care. God bless. You too, bud. Dustin, what's up? Skooka Mountain Kennels. Down there in Polk County. Ryan Haney, what's up from Ohio? Heard some little ones and some den trees. That's cool. I don't know if we got kittens on the ground here yet or not. I ain't been out in a month. But we're going tomorrow night. So, let's see. Ronnie Hill, my uncle was made at night champion before the coronavirus come in with his blue tip male named Rapper. That's cool, man. Brian Hall says he lives in Bassett, Virginia. Hayes, have you ever heard about Cloverbred dogs? He asked. Yeah, my high dog that you see in all my videos, he goes back to Clover stock. So he's pretty heavy Clover actually. So I'm a humongous fan of Cloverbred dogs. Stevie says I still have that squaller I bought off you a couple years ago. It still proves itself. Yep, JC's good squallers, man. Like I said, I still got them. That's what I personally use. I have tried these others out though, and I'll show them to you here in just a little bit. Well, I really like about them one thing, they're cheap, and one of them glows in the dark. Coon Commander says he can't wait to get me a pup. What kind of dog are you gonna get? You're in trouble now. Luke.
He won't spend no time here.
He won't?
He don't.
Oh, no. I don't let him in my office just for that reason. I hear him chewing on stuff as it is. And he's not housebroke yet. So, you guys want to see these new coon squallers? Comment below if you want to see them. Coon Commander says Walker or either a blue tick, hopefully. I had a guy actually reach out to me not long ago. He bought out a Gaskin blue tick kennel, and he's wanting to breed his female to hide. So we're thinking about making that cross in the near future. I crack open a Coke. Dog done that. Break. Don't let him knock my camera off. Anything with that. Anyway, I crack open a Coke, and Luke loves it. He goes up to it, but then when he sniffs it, he don't want it. I don't understand it. But Stevie says he's waited to get a dog for several years. I'm happy I finally settled on one.
Yay.
We're happy for you, bud. I know it's going to be fun. I know you're a big time coon hunter, and you definitely deserve it. So let's go ahead and get talking about these squallers. Products of the night we'll talk about. I've got a bunch of these, and they're online right now on nightlifekennel.com under the coon squaller category. So it's a brand new call, and it's out by Bayou Legacy Game Calls, and it's called the Tree Shaker. You see this? It's probably got a big glare on it. But anyway, it's called the Tree Shaker, and it's all plastic. It's a double reed, comes with the lanyard. This right here is black. We also have it in a gray color. Try to get the glare off of this. There we go. Got it in a gray color. And what I personally really like is we have it in a glow in the dark. And I've got pictures of all this on my website. So go by there, nightlifekennel.com under the coon squaller category. Cool part is it don't matter. These are all double reeds. They all come with a lanyard. It don't matter if you want the black, the gray, or the glow in the dark. They're all only $25. And if you put in discount code free ship FREESHIP in all caps when you check out, you won't even have to pay shipping on these. So I think it's a really good value. I field tested these for about a month before they went to market. I took them out. They showed me the coon just like any other squaller does. I like the fact they're all plastic, so you're never going to worry about anything happening to them. They seem really big, tough. The glow in the dark, I love that idea. If you drop it, you can find it. When you take it in the woods, just take your coon cap off your head, your light, and shine it on that thing, and it's like it charges it up, and the thing glows forever. It'll glow for over an hour, I know that. And it dims down over time, of course. But these are really good squallers. I really like them. We're carrying them now. I've got a couple dozen of these things. So if you're interested in one, hit one up. Discount code free ship. It'll just be $25. You won't even have to pay shipping on them. So I've got some JC squallers in too. I just haven't opened the box, but we will get those out and be putting up on something on Facebook and Instagram about that. So if you have Facebook or Instagram, make sure you follow me, and you can order it off of there pretty soon. Heidi said we need to get up with you this month and see about the Reach antenna. Yep, I got one you can try out. I got my personal one on my truck. If you guys want to take it and give it a shot, I'll get up with you and you can use it. The Reach antenna seemed done really good. I'm also talking with another superior tracking something. The guy that's got the triple mag, he's supposed to be sending me one. He wants me to field try it and do a video on those too. So those are a little more expensive, but by looking at them, they're a little better made. So it just really depends on your budget, whichever you want to get into. Oh, Ray Boys Outdoors, what's going on, man? Adam Davison said, "Are you going to teach Luke to hunt?" We have thought about honestly this fall, whenever my dad goes rabbit hunting, just taking Luke to see what he does. Real serious about it, but was it Spain these dogs were coming out of?
France,
France.
I think.
France. These dogs come from France and they were bred to be rabbit dogs. So we thought we would take him out with my dad's rabbit dogs, see what he does. If he takes to it, we'll let him go with them. We're not going to make him a hunting dog, but if he wants to partake in it, we'll definitely let him partake some. So, but yeah, he's mainly just the house pet. Stevie May says, opinions on the dog. Stevie, I think it's a great system. It's half the money of the rest of them. So you already have a major advantage right there. I'm pretty sure it's got a 2-year warranty. You can download the maps to your phone and not need cell service, which is a big plus. For what it is, I think it's a good solid system. I have tested it against all the others as far as range. It's no better, but it's no worse. So if you're looking at a difference in range, you're not going to find one. If you're looking at difference in price, there's a huge difference. So that's what I look at these days. Can't be a $400 system that performs as well as an $800. So, Brad McKinley, what's going on, man? Hayes Leonard, I'm sorry, that's twice I butchered your name. Sorry, buddy. Brian Hall says, what are the name on those? These are called the Tree Shakers. And you just get in 3 different colors: gray, black, hold it the right way. I'm from North Carolina, guys. Forgive me. And glow in the dark. $25 for any one of them, any color you want. The glow in the dark does not cost any more than the rest. Young Hunter says, what's your 4-wheeler you recommend? Man, it's been a long time since I really followed what the manufacturers are making right now. I've always been a fan of Suzuki. Miss Nightlife's got a Honda, so don't you?
Yeah, it's a Ranger.
Honda Rancher. I got a Suzuki, couldn't tell you what it is because I bought it used. I think it's a Quad Runner 700 4-wheel drive fuel injected. Does that sound about right? It's just a few years old, but I bought it used. Brent sold Brent Reeves here sold him a dog tray. He's been loving his. So CJ Witt said he's gonna be right back. Gonna grab me a call now, old buddy. Blueberry says, my brother recently got a blue tick and German short hair pointer mix pup. He hopes to run her when dog season comes in this year. His walker jumped and ran a buck by herself last night. Well, I'm glad you're getting your dog, buddy. I tell you though, a lot of times when it comes to run deer, that's one of the easier things to break. So I know Nick's had that issue back in December when I took her to Kentucky, and I spent about a night working on her, and so far, fingers crossed, I haven't had an issue with it, but she's been put up for a month, so who knows when I'll take her back out. Stevie says they run the Alpha system. I'm just worried about losing service in these mountains. Well, Stevie, I live, in North Carolina, and it's just as bad amount as yours, maybe even a little worse. I'm not sure. And from what I'm seeing, mile, right around a mile, so it's doing pretty good. And you get you some extended range antennas, might even do even better. Jordan Hamilton says, got a 2-year-old walker that will not stop barking in the kennel when I'm out there. What do you recommend? I recommend Sport Dog No Bark Collar. SBCR is the model. You can go on my website, NightLifeKennel. And we're back. Let me go back here. So Jordan Hamilton's question was, he got a problem with the dog barking. I said what I recommend is the Sport Dog SBCR No Bark Collar. NightLifeKennel.com, under the Sport Dog category, you'll see it. It's $90. It's rechargeable. Do sell some that are non-rechargeable. They're like $70. The problem is the batteries are $8 a set. So by the time you buy 2 sets of batteries, you could just bought the rechargeable one, and then you're saving money. So I've got 5 or 6 of them myself. My dad lives next door. He's got 7 or 8 beagles over there. He's got a no bark for every single one of them. We've run them for over a year now. We haven't had a bit of problem out of them. I think my dad finally had one that quit charging, but they got a 1-year warranty. It fell right under the 1-year warranty. He called it Sport Dog, and they fixed it. So, been a great product. I think it's for the money, you can't beat them. And they've got 3 different modes of operation. I won't get into the details of that, but we actually made a video on here. So if you go to my channel or go to YouTube and just search out Nightlife Kennel Sport Dog SBCR, you'll see a full review video that I did on that for you, and that'll get you up to speed on it. Sean Daughtry, what's going on, man? So Blueberry says my dad uses a Ranger when he hunts. I would love to get a side by side. I've actually been. We're a big Kubota family. We've got Kubota excavator and skid steer and stuff, and I've been looking at the Kubota side by sides. I definitely like a Polaris when it comes to side by side, but kind of want a Kubota because just the dealer we work through gives us great financing. You can get a diesel, so they're be good for work too, and it help us out with some of our jobs. Plus, I get to use the coon hunt. So, Lance Wheeler says, "Ever make it out towards Wake and Johnson County?" Very seldom, man. It's been years when I went out to Outer Banks. I passed through that area, but yeah. Cottonmouth Creek Kennel says, "What's your opinion on the nocturnal line of dogs?" Never had one. I've heard a lot of good stuff about them. Old blood line, so yeah, I hear good about them, man. New Jersey Homestead. That's a new one to the channel that I'm seeing. Appreciate you being on there. It says, "I've started new pups this year. Female is just going into heat. Do I need to lock her up in the house? Her and my male are usually kenneled right next to each other outside. You may not necessarily have to lock her in the house, but you better make sure there's no way the male can break through the wire or tunnel underneath or anywhere he can get in there or climb over. I've seen male dogs beside females in heat do some crazy stuff to get to a female. So I wouldn't say go as far as locking her up, but what we used to do is we actually built a separate pen. It's called a hot box. It was pretty small, and it's elevated off the ground about 4 feet, and it'd be about 4 or 5 foot wide, maybe 6 foot long, and then it'd be about 3 or 4 foot tall. So it's just enough to allow you to and quite as bad. And plus, you don't have another dog directly beside them. So maybe something you want to look towards in the future. But for right now, just cover all. Make sure you can't climb over or go through or go under to get to her. Males actually chew through chain link to get in with a female. So, Stevie, do you have any used lights? No, I don't. I had one and I sold it recently. The only thing used I got right now and is this right here. I've got a DC40 collar. Don't have a charger with it. I can't remember. I would probably take $70 for this. I think I've got it on the website for $90. So it does work. It turns on, which I don't run it long because, like I said, I don't even have a charger for this thing. But if anybody's looking for a DC40 collar, let's see. You see it turns on. Good, turned off. $70. Message me or whatever, and we'll take care of you. It's on the website or use stuff, but I think it's $90 on the website. So, but that's the only thing used I got right now. Ronnie Hill says, "I have an old wildlife tracking system. I was wondering if you knew while Wildlife Company was still open. You mean if they're still open? If they are, I'm not sure. I think they are because actually, I think wildlife tracking systems are used a lot with the Forest Service, as far as like when they tag bears or mountain lions or anything like that they're tracking and the elk and stuff. I think they use wildlife systems, so they may still be in business, but honestly, I can't tell you for sure. I really don't know. What's he doing?
I saw him and fell. He bit it and took it from me.
Luke walks around and he steps on his ears sometimes and it knocks him down. So whenever one of the ears gets in the way, he'll actually bite on it and tote it with him. Timber Hill Red Bones is on. Hey, you might want to show Jamie. Hey, Jamie, now that you're watching, I see you on there. I want you to meet Luke. I know you've known the baby for a little bit. I've told you about him. But there's old Lukey Duke.
There's the baby.
Old Luke Henry.
Hello.
Let's make him wave at her.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's not doing it as good as he did before. I had him sit down.
There you go. Hey, Jamie. Darren Candy said, "Shocked hounds for running trash and he froze in woods. Now when I tone or Nick, he just freezes for hours. I have to walk in and get him regardless where he is. What do you suggest?" I had that happen with Tide one time where if I told him he would sit down And basically, what I had to do was I took him out in the field or like a big enclosed area, big pen or something, and I put the collar on him, and like I go to feed him, and I'd be towing him and feeding him, petting him, and I'd go for a walk with him on lead, towing him, talking real nice to him, petting on him. Basically, I done a ton of positive reinforcement while toning him, and he kind of got over it. Well, yeah, he got over it. He hadn't had the issue at all. Now, is that a guarantee to help your dog? I'm not sure. I did do that, and it helped mine. So you can give that a try, bud. CJ Witt, back old bud. Can't wait to try out the call. Oh, I seen an order come in, CJ. I appreciate that, man. I'll get that call out to you. Go in the mail tomorrow. Lonnie Bro says, late getting on. What is the pup's bloodline? I.e. mom and dad. Well, he's a basset hound, Lonnie. So I don't know what the bloodline. We had him out here earlier, but Frank Voss says, I'll give you $65. Frank, honestly, that's what I give for the collar for trade. So I need at least $70. So she says she loves him. And she says, hey, Caitlin.
Hey.
So that's Luke's bloodlines. We don't know nothing about them.
No.
These are probably the biggest champion basset hound bloodlines in the world, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, says, where's Tough? I give Tough to a buddy who lives a few counties north of here. He had time to hunt Tough. I run to him down at Winter Classic. What's that called? Walker Days in Union, South Carolina. I run to a guy that hunts with him, and he said that Tough is running and treeing some on his own, and he's doing good. So, basically, when times like that, you just got to sit down and be real with and honest. And when you know you don't have time to dedicate to a dog, you're going to be a disservice to that dog. It's for the betterment of the dog just to send him on down the line somebody who can put the proper time in him, and that's what I did. So I hate to let him go. I wish I still had him, but I do know he's doing more now than he would be if he was with me. So Ronnie, I'm going to say goodnight to go to work in the morning in the hospital where I live. Good luck, Ronnie, and stay safe. Working in the hospital, I know how that's going these days. So stay safe, brother. We'll pray for you. Steve May says, do you know what it costs to turn my cap light into a belt light? Stevie, which one do you have? I can't remember. I know you want to trade. Do you still have the big dog or, I'm not sure what it costs, buddy. Whether you got the big dog or the bright eyes, you'd have to contact them and see what it would cost. It wouldn't be that hard just changing the cord and putting it on the cap, but I couldn't begin to tell you, man. Oh, Darren Kennedy said, thanks, great looking hound. I have an Astro and same collar for sale. Not sure what it's worth. You got an Astro and a 30. Is it an Astro 220 or Astro 320? I might be able to give you an idea what it's worth. Jenny Fugate wants to see the pup again. She just got on. We did show him, but we still got him around. So
Yeah, we haven't given him away yet.
haven't given him away, not yet. There he is, Jenny. That's old Lukey Luke.
Okay.
Big ear Lukey Luke. Luke Henry. Kate gives everything a middle name.
Except for the guinea pig.
Yeah, we got a guinea pig named Linguini. Just plain Linguini.
We haven't even shown like who's called. This is what the rest of it looks like.
That's what the butt end of him looks like.
Yeah,
In case
the
y'all
business
wonder.
end.
Yeah, he's spoiled rotten. Kate totes him all the time. He's gonna get too big to tote around.
But he'll
Then what
always-
are you gonna do?
He'll always be my baby.
Stevie May says, yeah, still got the big dog. Man, you'd have to call Matt and ask him. I couldn't begin to tell you. I wouldn't think it would be a whole lot, but you're going to have a little bit of labor into it. They're going to put in, I don't know if they put a new cord or they just trim that cord. I don't know, man. I couldn't begin to imagine. I wouldn't think it'd be too bad, though. So, Darren Kennedy, you got the 220 with the DC40. You're around maybe $200. That's about what it costs. That's if I had one in here used. That's about what I'd sell them for. I normally get about $100, $120 out of the handhelds, and you're $60 to $80 for a DC40 with the charger. So I'd say somewhere around $200. If you hold on to it and get closer to coon season and put it up for like $225, $230, you probably get that. But right now, the way things are, I'd say it's around $200 is fair price.
He's biting my toes.
Is he treeing you?
He's biting my toes.
Kate's sitting in a stool.
Mad Cam.
Timber Hill still got the big dog. Yeah, I still run 'em. I got 2 of them personally. Thunder Ridge, what's going on, man? New Jersey Homestead says, good job taking care of the troll on Facebook today. Are you talking about on my personal page? That dude, I didn't take care of him. I said a couple of things, and the Nightlife family, you pick on one, it's like poking a bear. You never know. We're going to pile in on you. So, a bunch of Nightlife family come in there and jumped on him. And jumped on him respectfully, too. No foul language or anything, so that was good. Jenny says he's adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Timber Hill says she wants to pet him so bad.
Well, he'll come to like places.
You have to come to some events. We're actually going to probably bring him to Autumn Oaks this year. Kate's going to come with me to Autumn Oaks. I'm sure he's going to be with us everywhere we go.
Yes.
So, you guys going to be in the events, come by and see
Look
him.
at this face. Look.
Look at that.
Leave him in a heartbeat.
You would not either.
Rezan, what's going on, man? You think I can trade him out? See, the reason why we got a Bassa, we're actually going to integrate Bassa. We're going to breed him to Nicks pretty soon because as I get older, a shorter, slower dog to take to the woods. So that's our plan. He's over yonder under the printer.
Oh, there he is.
Frank Voss, my phone number, my cell phone, 828-674-5310, or message me on Facebook, and we'll take care of the order for you, buddy. New Jersey says he's blessed to be working himself. Yeah, man. Timber Hills, light. It's a good light. I tell you one I'm really impressed with these days is the Sunspot. It checks off all the boxes that every one of the others do with the amazing green laser. What did he do?
You already know what he did.
He messed in my office, didn't he?
No,
1 or 2. Better than 2. But anyway, and it's lighter weight as far as weight goes. So look in the Sunspot range. I don't carry those. I had one for a little while that I was trying out. Those are great lights. But the Fusion's a great light too. The only really bad thing about the Fusion right now is they're really hard to get because they with the coronavirus deal going on, they may be called up older. So I'm not sure. Jamie, if you get serious about the Fusion, message me and I will see if I can get a couple in. I haven't ordered anything new in a while just because I knew it wouldn't sell. But I'll get you one if you want one. He says, my English 2-year-old split treat from Mother Walker and had the meat. She is very excited. That is great news. It's always awesome to watch a dog come on and the switch be made. You gotta love it. I mean, that's what it's all about. Carolina Boy says, how do you get a puppy to go away? I sell it. I'm joking. Do you mean like leave your feet when you're going hunting? Basically, a lot of times if you've hunted them with an experienced dog enough, they kind of know to go off. If you don't have that option, sometimes honestly just sit there and be patient. If you just turn the dog 10, 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you got to be ready to be committed to taking however long it takes and sit there and give that dog time. A lot of times they'll venture off. If not, basically what I do is I go over there and I grab them top of the collar and I take them and I just shuck them. I mean, I literally kind of boof them off in the woods, and sometimes I'll even take my foot and kick some rocks or leaves and sticks at them. Basically just let them know I don't want them nowhere around my feet. Get in the woods and get after it. And literally I've had to take a dog one time and walk them, shucking them, and keep shucking them. And the next time we took them, the dog went off by itself after one time of shucking it and it treed. So, you know, it can be a lot of work. So be dedicated and be ready. Darren Kennedy says, I'm good with 200. I got it with a hound and I use a doctor. Thanks for insight. You're welcome, bud. Rez Hound says, nice shirt, Miss Nightlife. I'll tell her when she gets back in here. Yeah, old Steve Fielder hooked us up with that one. He sent that in to Kate. So Brian Hollis says, do you know much about the Dakota lights? I know the guys who make them are great guys. The lights, I've never heard bad about them, but I've never owned one. I looked at them one time in Winter Classic, that new Vortex that they got. Looked like a great light, but I've never took one in the woods at night. The guys that make them, I hear, are great people. Well, from what I've seen, are great people. So. Stevie says, I like the big dog, but it's thick down here and the brush likes to take that light off my head. Yeah. Aaron says, you should come hunt in Kentucky. I do every year, man, in December. We go to Kentucky. Oh, Red Sound say you like your shirt. Carly says, don't teach your pup to talk to you. I did with my ribbon pup, and now he just barks at me constantly. Yeah, I'm pretty good about breaking stuff like that. Darren says, I'm going to LBL this year. That's cool, man. Frank Voss, I didn't quite hear you. Can you say it again? Say what again? I can't remember what we were talking about, Frank. Oh, about the phone number. Frank, if you want to, message me on my cell phone, 828-674-5310, or message me on Facebook, and we'll get together and get you that caller order completed. Coon Commander, you ever hunted South Alabama? Yeah, no, I have never hunted in Alabama, period. So, not objected to it, just never had the opportunity. Blueberry Dingo says, we seen a big raccoon where my dad and brother hunt one night going back to the camp. We thought it was on. Darren says, I got a fusion this week in 3 days with a something glitched here. He said, I got a fusion this week in 3 days with a special order natural light LED instead of the white. Yep, that's a good option, man. Jenny says, Darren, I might be interested in your 220 if it still works. I don't have one. I'm looking for a cheaper one. Nate, yes, we are still shipping orders. So we got a few things that we don't have in stock. We've got them turned off because I didn't want to buy a bunch of stock in here and not be able to keep up with, maybe not selling it. But yeah, we've got some things in stock. So if it goes on there unless you order it, we still got it and we can get it. Carolina Cooner, you should come hunt Eastern North Carolina. Yeah, man, I'm actually planning on doing that. I've got some hunts lined up this fall with the owner of Cajun Lights. He lives down near Wilmington. So. Cole says, come hunt in Ohio. I like Ohio. I've hunted there 2 nights with my buddies with big dog lights. So I loved Ohio. Stevie May says, yeah, but you never come down and hunt with me. I need to get by there. I really do. I was actually watching something on some TV app. We don't have a satellite TV. We just watch on apps. And something talking about the stereotypes behind hillbillies. And it was a great documentary about, how people look down on hillbillies. And they shouldn't. And it was based off the Hillbilly Festival in Pikeville. And I thought, that's cool. And they showed a lot of pictures of the town there. And I just really liked the area. Real pretty. David Malloy, what's going on, man? Brian Hall says, I got a Dakota light really cheap and it's really bright. I've never seen one of the lights until I've seen this one. You're welcome, Frank. Carolina Cooner, I'm in New Bern, North Carolina. I'll have to look and see where it's at, man. He's got some great lights, great land to hunt. David says, if you come up and hunt with Mike Humphrey, got you. Jenny says, in your opinion, what is the best, cheapest light within 250 or so? It's hard to find a light at $250, but I will be honest with you. The K-Light Moonbeam, my buddy Matt hunts with that every night that we go. It is $250. It has a red laser. The red laser will not work with the main beam on, but it works with the walk light and the colors. Or maybe it does work with the main beam. I can't remember. But it's $250 light. It's built very well. It does have a walk light. It has 2 colors and a good main beam and a laser. And it's $250. So I've been really impressed with them. So I would say that's probably the route to go. I don't really know of any other lights around that mark. I know of a couple that are cheaper, like the Corée lights are $100. You can get a Corée with a laser now for $100 on Amazon. And, that's pretty good lights. They're a little heavy, but, they last. Trying to think of some others out there. He's treating you.
He's cussing me.
He's cussing you. Yeah, so I'd say either the Moonbeam or try to get you one of them Corees off Amazon. I actually like them Coreys. I'm about 25 minutes from Pikeville, it says. Are you going to come to Ohio again? Yeah, someday, but I really haven't made a plan to win. So, Thunder Ridge, man. Look good forward to hunting with you too. It'd be fun. Ride hogs. Y'all still need to hunt with me in Virginia when the virus stuff is over. Yeah, my traveling's definitely been over for a while. Carolina Cooner, New Bern is about an hour or less away from Wilmington. I got you. Cool, man. Do you have any pups for sale? Frank says, no, I don't have any pups for sale. I don't really breed very, very often. Once every several years I'll breed, and that's really when I'm needing a dog. So don't need one right now. Wouldn't have the time to train even if I did. So right now we don't have any for sale. I want to talk about something we've got coming up with you guys. If you follow along right now, we're 15 minutes in this nearly. Kudos to you. Here's something very special that's coming up. Probably uploading Wednesday. We have a video series coming up. It's going to be at least 2, probably 3 parts. And basically what it is we went and interviewed a buddy of mine named Chris Rochester. And he owns a plot hound named Maximus. He's got a lot of titles won. He's a great all-around coon dog. Well, Chris actually spent the time to train Maximus completely solo. He didn't have any other dogs to hunt with and very few people to hunt with till later on. And we went and interviewed Chris and we talked to him about how he trained Maximus solo, how he went about doing this. And we're going to make a 3-part series video. First one's going up Wednesday. And what we're going to do is he discusses how he bonded with Maximus, how he trained him without even a tracking system or any other hounds, how he found good mentors and good people to hunt with, and so on and so forth. But what we're going to do is we're going to put up our first video, follow it with either Thursday or Friday. We're going to do a live Q&A to discuss the topics in this, to where you guys can ask me questions about Chris or ask me questions about what we were talking about, and I can personally answer them for you. And then a couple nights after that, we'll go ahead and upload part 2. Later, we'll do a Q&A for it. And then we'll do a part 3. We're going to do a Q&A session to talk about them. I think it's highly informative. We have had a ton of people. I mean, a ton. I get at least a dozen people a week, and a lot of them are young kids that message me and they ask, how would you go about, or they'll say, I have nobody to hunt with. How do I train it? And this is going to answer all those questions. It's going to check all the boxes. Extremely informative. So I think it's going to be a great value. Of course, y'all get to watch it. You get to go back and replay it. Put in one video. I didn't want everybody to sit down for that long, so we're going to break it down into 3 parts. Each part is roughly around 20 minutes or less long. So I think it's going to be fun. Be staying tuned for those. Wednesday, we're going to drop our first one. And then come back here and we'll do live Q&As and we'll talk about them. So it's going to be a fun Coon Hunting University study, as you may want to put it. So, Hollybread, what's going on, man? Hay says Superior has a Stingray for 200. Thanks, Hollybread. Appreciate that, man. Cole says, can you show me the dog that's barking in the background? I would, but she done took him outside, man. What's the longest time it took to get a puppy to run track? I've had several dogs that didn't start until they're 1.5 years, 2 years old because lack of land, lack of time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get in a hurry. And that's one of the topics we talk about on that video. So Jenny says, okay, thank you. But to me, they seem a little cheap. I've never owned one. Don't want to talk bad about them, but K-Light's a great light. Been around for a long time. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The Cody lights are 100% China light. I've had several. I know several people on here have had them. They hardly ever give me a problem, and they're only $100. So even if you just get 2 or 3 years out of them, if they crap out on you, you buy you another one, and you're still not into it what you would be on some of the others. So we normally keep a Cody light around just as a backup, or if we have somebody else come with us. David says he's had pets from tracks at 4 months old. That's really good. Carolina Cooner says I have an AKC registered walker. He's 5 months old. I'm gonna be selling pups in probably a year. Okay, so you got a 5-month-old dog, and I guess you mean you're gonna breed him in a year. Okay. Jenny says, I'll look into that. Hollybread says, yeah, man, it takes time and patience because I've trained many pups without trackers or old dogs. I trained Jax right by himself. Cole Lyman says, my pup that I've treated unit 3.5. He's treated 3.5 months. Well, that's cool, man. Adam Davis says, no, I do not have Tough. Like I mentioned that earlier. I actually give Tough to a guy that lives a couple counties north of here because he had the time to dedicate to Tough. Since then, I've heard Tough is running and treeing on his own. So he's doing good. Frank Voss says, did you know Banjo Neal from Kentucky? He was my grandpa. He passed late February. I feel like I've heard that name, but I can't say right off I did. Hey, do you still have Luke?
Yeah.
Cole Liming wants to see him. I think it was. Yeah. Cole said he wanted to see the dog that was barking in the background. Here he is, Cole. That's his old Luke. He's our basset hound. Old Luke Henry. He's getting sleepy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
His face gets extra droopy when he's sleepy.
Yep.
Then he gets ill.
And he trips over his ears because he won't hold his head up. So I'm getting dippy.
Getting sleepy.
Dippy. Dippy.
Daniel Brock says, what's some advice on pressure breaking a hound? First off, hunt them solo and dang near get them finished out by themselves to where they have a lot of confidence in their own ability, and then go take them with some other hounds. And a lot of good you can do too is get your dog tone broke before you ever go hunt with another dog. If you have a dog that's tone broke where you can tone him and pull him off of whatever he's doing, if you get in there and you have a dog back another dog and you know that he's pretty well finished, he can run tree coons by himself on a consistent basis, he's tone broke, you get him in there, another dog barks, he breaks and heads that away, put a tone on him. Over time of doing repetition like that, you'll teach him not to pay attention to another dog. Thunder Ridge says, I have a Korea, I like it, I've had it for 3 years. There you go. $100 too. I think you can get them for 90, honestly. Hollybread says, Johnny uses one of the Giro Z brands, which is Korea, honestly. Has an amber light and all, says great, $100. Thunder Ridge says, I know the dude that got Tough from you. That's cool, man. I hope he's doing good. Last I heard back in February, he was. Carolina Cooner. Carolina Cooner says, sorry, I meant AKC. AKD is my kennel name. Oh, I got you, man. Sorry. Russ man, what's some good trips on training pups? We got a video series. I don't know if you heard, coming out Wednesday. It's going to be about a 3-part series talking about that very thing. So it's a lengthy to talk about. Basically, 0 to 6 months of age, I bond with the dog. It's all got to do with me getting to know the dog getting to know me. Teach them how to lead, teach them how to hush in the kennel, manners. 6 months to a year, I start taking them in the woods. I get them used to the woods. And I just wait for them to go off on their own with an experienced hound. Once they start going off on their own and they tree a coon by themselves or with another dog, I take the other dog away and I hunt them completely solo until I just about got them finished out. So that's summary of it, but we'll get into it more. James, what's going on, man? How you doing? Olive bread, so he knew Kate would get the house. So Cole says he's cool, the dog. You should take him hunting. How old is he? He's 10 weeks roughly. So we are planning on taking him with my dad's beagles when they rabbit hunt this fall. Just see what he does. He was off Animal Plant on Call of the Wild. Oh, Banjo. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know he passed away. Dang, I hate that, man. Yeah, he was cool. I liked him. Aaron Gladman says, OMG. Not sure why. I guess the pup. Gum Spring Kennels was the best breed. I have a walker, but I want to try another breed. What do you recommend? I would recommend you not pay attention to breed and just go find you a really good coon dog. That's what I would recommend. Steve Mason, I'm excited and kind of dreading it too. I've trained a few dogs, but I've never done it without Dad. Stevie's got him a pup coming. He's getting ready to get. He's now Dad is gone. I just dread it. Yeah, I'll tell you. I was thinking about my buddy Tyrone that had passed away a little over a year ago, and it was. I was thinking about him today, and coon hunting's not the same after that. I still enjoy it, but it's definitely not the same. Hollybread says, "Hey man, I do mine the same way, but every now and then, last night, I take them by themselves to get them independent." Yep. Brovitz 2019 Gumspring Kennel. All of them have their pros and cons. Try them out. And English Red. Yeah, Timber Hill, he's going to trip over his ears. Yeah, actually, he does trip over his ears. And funny part is, when he does, sometimes he gets aggravated and he'll bite an ear and he'll tote it in his mouth so he don't trip on it. So it's like a girl picking up her skirt. He's trying to get in the door right now. Curl Life, what's going on, man? Hollerbread says, if you use walkers, want something else, try to go with an English. Frank Voss says, I can send you an autograph. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome, man. Like I said, Frank, hit me up on my phone after this, 828-674-5310. We'll talk. Hollerbread misses hunting with his dad. Jenny recommends getting an English. Stevie May says, deer hunting or anything else, it isn't the same. Time makes it easier, but never makes the hurt any less. Nope, I completely agree with you. Well, guys, like I said, if you're interested in these tree shakers, we got them on the website. We got glow in the dark, we have black, and we have gray. These are $25. Free shipping if you put it on discount code free shipping, all caps. And be ready. Wednesday, we're starting basically an educational video series coming out Wednesday. Be part 1 of 3, and follow each one of them afterwards. In a day or two after, we're going to be doing Q&As to discuss these videos. So if you guys are out there, you're interested in how to train pups solo, that'll be a very good in-depth video series for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned. If you have friends, do me a favor. If you have a friend out there that's into coon hunting and he's not subscribed to our channel, please go out there and tell him to subscribe. Right now, our subscriber list has slowed down a little bit. We're still getting 5 to 10 to 15 a day, which is awesome. But I'd really like to get them numbers up there because we got some great educational stuff that's going to be coming out, and I want to get it out to the masses. It's free to anybody who wants it. All they got to do is subscribe. So please help us by sharing us with other people and getting them subscribed. We'll be ever more indebted to you. Cole says, when are you hunting again in Ohio? Will you please make plans to hunt with me? I would not be objected to it, buddy. I'd be glad to, but I don't know when, man. Don't know when I'm coming. Darren says, English is a good breed. I love walkers, but I have a lot of trap breed outs and a lot of slickers and walkers now. I would agree with that, and I'm a walker man. Daniel says, I'll give that a shot. He's a very accurate finished dog by itself. He wants to cover and back other dogs when I hunt with him and others. Yeah, give that a shot, man. I had to do that with Hyde. Hayes says, what's the best toning unit that I can get to use with my Garmin? If you're looking just for a tracking tone unit, this right here is a Sport Dog 3225. It reaches out to 2 miles, costs $330 with one collar. Will expand up to 6 collars. You can tone, vibrate, and shock. And here in the mountains of North Carolina, I know it gets well over a mile. And it says it reaches out to 2. So you can see a light clicking on right there. You get one collar with it for $330. Additional collars are $140. NightLifeKennel.com under the Sport Dog category. Blueberry says, yeah, my dad said the last 2 weeks of deer season at the hunt kept with his dad since we don't know how much longer with him. Yeah, that sucks, man. Hollybread says, what is the best call, Nick? I have a JC, but was told the GNR was better. I don't know who told you GNR is better. I got a pretty good idea who told you that. But GNR is a great call, which we had this discussion. I done a video on this when I first got started. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The best call is going to vary on you. Everybody blows a call different. Everybody's mouth makes different vocal sounds. And it's going to vary depending on you. Just got to play with ones. If you find one that works, just stick with it. I always tend to go on the cheaper side to start out with. If you're going to experiment, you don't want to be buying $70 collars. You know, like I said, these are just $25. They're a good option to try. I took these out and field tested them for a month right beside my JCs, and they work just as good. So, you know, I've got GNRs that work just as good. And sometimes I'll go out and the JC will not work, and sometimes the GNR will not work. And there was a couple nights this did not work. It's just every coon's different. You blow them different. They all depend on the material. These are plastic. They're going to sound different than a wooden call. The cedar macho is going to sound different than the JC laminated call. So yeah, man. If you got one that works, I just say stick with it. GNR's a great squaller though. I mean, they are. I've got a couple in stock. So. Steve May says, "You ever think you'll get back in deer hunting?" Yeah, I've thought about it. I got this bow now. Did y'all see our new video? We're gonna be trying to knock out a coon this fall with a bow. That's gonna be cool. So I got the bow. I might as well do a little deer hunting. James says you need to get your staff on chat with you. Yeah, they were here earlier. Man, first part of the video, they was on here. Yeah, Hollybread, you're welcome, man. It's if you got a JC call and you don't need another one, JC's working great. Don't waste your money, But if it's not working best for you, experiment, Yeah, Steve, it's been a while since we talked about that idea, but finally got it into fruition. So, well, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go in here and get me some supper, spend some time with Kate. I have to spend a lot of time wearing Luke down so he sleeps at night. The dog gets me up at 5:30 every morning. I'm getting tired of that, but it is what it is. So if you guys are interested in these, remember, nighlifekennel.com, $25. We're going to ship that to you. These glow in the darks are really cool. I got some pictures online of those. Be looking for that new video series coming out Wednesday, followed by Q&A videos the day after. And we appreciate you guys. Remember, share with your friends. We need more subscribers. And if you ever need anything hunting supply related, you can look us up nighlifekennel.com. If it's out of stock right now, I can still get it for you and have it drop shipped. I'm just not keeping a lot in with the coronavirus going on. So you get out, Hollybread. Appreciate you. Timber Hill, always thank you very much. All you guys, we do love you very much, and I hope you guys are all safe. God bless y'all through what's going on. I hope all your family's safe. I hope everything is taken care of. God bless you. We will see you on the next one. But meantime, true one for me.